Hey everyone, this is Deborah from Craft Project Whiplash. This is my new project I want to show you. It is my Tim Holtz Folio. I did it in the Typography line from Graphic 45. And what I use this particular folio for is all of my fussy cuts. When I'm fussy cutting, I like to store the paper, the little cuts somewhere, and I cut them into manageable size pieces and put them in here, and then when I'm done, I can just take it anywhere. I can do it on the couch, sitting while I'm watching TV. So anyway, I just wanted something cute to put all that stuff in. So what I did was I took the Tim Holtz Folio and I washi taped all around the hinges and the flap right here. And I also, around the edges, put a little extra adhesive just to make sure that it didn't come up, because I was just afraid the washi tape wouldn't hold up for a very long time. So on all the edges and then the beginning and the ends, I did the extra, like a little bit of like 1/8 inch score tape is what I used. Okay, and the front cover is I took a bunch of fussy cutting bottles and pins and stacked them and layered them. And this is a little book here that folds up. Let me bring it down a little bit closer, kind of see. So this is a little book here. I put a magnet underneath it. So I cut it out a couple of times. So I have the first layer here, the second layer, and then the little strap is the third layer. And there's a little Tim Holtz pen nib. And I put a little glossy accents on, let's see if I can get a little, there it is, a little shine on that bottle. Okay, and then these were actual engraving letters from my dad's old business. These are pretty much obsolete now. They do it all digitally. So I have a bunch of these. It's really cool. And I'll use a Tim Holtz key and then a keyhole here. Just put on with brads. And then more fussy cutting up in here. And I did a little bit more of the glossy accents, not on all of them, but I also cut up labels. Like an extra label, and inked around it so it has some more dimension. Okay, so that's the outside. Let's focus back a little bit. And the inside here. I wanted to put the pockets on here, but I didn't want them to just be stuck down because I felt like it would be really hard to get into a pocket. You have to like lift it up and like get into it this way. So what I did was I put it on a hinge, made the pocket. It's got a little bit of accordion, just to make it a little bit roomier. And then I put magnets to hold the flap down. I also put magnets back here, though, to hold the whole thing down. So it's got a little bit of a magnet there. That way, it just, it also allowed me to have a couple pockets back here where I could put some more papers or images that I want to cut out. There's another one right here. And I use the cutouts to just decorate this a little bit. More washi tape. That's there. And then the pockets, when I first did it, I did 2 magnets. And I used the magnets from eBay, just the real thin 1mm. You can just go on eBay and look, and then they're really super cheap. So I put 2 magnets here, but then I felt like it wasn't strong enough, so I added another magnet here and just covered it up with a piece of paper, since I had already put the paper down before I decided I needed an extra magnet. So I went ahead and added another one. So, and then this is just some cutouts here to make it cute, and some stamps. And then here I bought one of the Staples little cheapy little pen holders. They're like $1.50 from Staples, and I just cut it down because they're super adhesive. Well, they're adhesive, but I was afraid it would be strong enough, especially coming in and out on this binding, this flap here. So I just used some extra score tape underneath it, and I cut it down to fit the stamp, so it would look kind of cute. And then I put a little washi tape on the pen as well, and this is one of those erasable, the Pilot Friction, but it's the slim, and I really like the slim because it fits in these pen loops. It's really hard to get pen loops to fit the big Colettos or the big multi pens. So, or even the smaller pens that have the grip, that sticky grip on it. You just about tear your paper whenever you're trying to put that grip in there, so I don't like that. So I'm going to do another video to show how I make larger pen holders to work with those big Colettos, and you can put it anywhere. We can make it adhesive so it'll stick to paper, plastic, your dashboard on your planners, anything. So that's coming up. So anyway, I put a little washi tape on the pen just to decorate a little bit. And these pens don't come with this little clip here. So I just took it off one of my other pens because this pops off. And you can just pop this off and slide that, you know, I mean, everybody has some extra pens lying around that probably have those little holders. So I just went into my stash and pulled out a pen that had one and kind of stole it from it. Uh-oh. It's got a little spring on it. So then I'll put this back on here and then this back on here. And then there's my pen. So there's that. Now I've got 2 more flaps here. See if we can get in here. I'll pull it down here. What I did was, because I look at it this way, this is the front to me, I did this flap going this way. I did the same thing so that I could get into it very easily, pull out what I needed, and see all the way down to the bottom without having to lift the whole thing up. So I did this one this way, but then when I got down here, it made sense to make this one come towards me as well. So it's just a little bit different. So I use magnets on these as well to hold them down, and also magnets to hold them down to the folio too. And you could put another little pouch here, or if you wanted to use this whole thing for photos, you could use them as mats, photo mats. Put more photos inside here, extra. I did a little, I fussy cut some of the keys out and put it on a metal. It's really a paper clip, I guess, from, I think it was Hobby Lobby, maybe the Spare Parts, or Paper Studio, one of those. I don't think it was a Tim Holtz. I'm not real sure. But anyway, I did some more fussy cutting on this one here with the, oops, let me pull it out here so you can see. Focus. There we go. So I did the little typewriter and a couple little bottles and that sort of thing. And then, okay, so now the main part here is page protectors. Now these page protectors are from the October afternoon, which I believe that a couple different brands have them. The only difference that I found between them, if it's the 6x8 style, they have different sizes, 6x8 or 8x8. But all the 6x8, the only differences between that and like the Snap, the different brands, is where the hole locations are and how many holes there are. In this case, it really doesn't matter. You could use any brand. They even make 2x2 and different configurations of this. This is just a solid full page. So that's those. The little bit of a glare there. Sorry about that. October afternoon. And it comes in 10 in this pack. Okay, and so what I did was I put 4 in here. You could put as many as you wanted to because this really does give you a lot of room in here. I just wanted a few because I was using it for my fussy cutting, so I could actually put a bunch of them all completed in here, and it protected them from getting all bent up and stuff. Okay, so moving on. This part here is just a little notebook that I have. If anybody's familiar with Midori planners or Midori traveler notebooks, this is basically what this is. This homemade version. I just printed out some lined paper on my printer, and I used some pattern paper, and you can staple it, or you can just leave it not stapled and then just pull out pages, put them in, put them out as you'd like to. I think that's a great idea too. I do that sometimes in my Midori, which if anybody's not familiar with Midori, this is my Midori. It's my traveler's notebook. It actually goes like this, and I always put that on upside down. The little charm says expect miracles. I thought it was really pretty. So this is a Midori. So if anybody's familiar with this, it has all the little booklets and stuff that you can put in here. And I can do a video on this too at some point if anybody's interested. But anyway, this is this little notebook I put in here. I actually used the Tim Holtz band. You can buy these separate. and I just wrapped it around, and you could even put multiple notebooks in here or in different places if you wanted to. So you could have a couple different ones. You could put this in the front. You could put these here, this on this side. You know, there's so many different ways that you can do this. You could do multiples. You could put one here. All the page pockets fit in here perfectly. So you could put it anywhere on here that you wanted to, as long as it would fold back up. I thought this was the perfect spot to put it right here in the middle. But the notebooks you could put anywhere. If you didn't want a pocket here, you could put several notebooks here. So anyway, this is my Tim Holtz Folio. Oh, and I did do some more fussy cutting here and here. And then the back, I always like to put my family name and the year that I made it. And I always put a little, the typography, whatever graphic 45 or whatever paper line that I'm using. I always like to put it on the project because it reminds me of what paper line it was. I mean, it's kind of obvious, but in case, you know, later on down the road I want to remember. This is the paper line, by the way. It's the graphic 45 typography. It's so beautiful. I just love these papers. So that's that. And also, too, the Tim Holtz Folio. This is what this looks like, and it's, when you buy it, it's the small, petite size. I suppose you could do this with the big size and then use the big page protectors. That's a really cool idea. So if anybody's interested in me doing a tutorial of this, I'd be happy to. The base of it, I can show the pockets and then the page protectors and how I place them in there. I'd be happy to do that. Just leave a comment below, and have a good day.